Sir, like nuclear strategy or nuclear doctrine, do you think India needs to redefine its new terror doctrine, and why?
No, frankly, we have not done bad in anti-terror, counter-terror operations till now. If you look back, we've not done bad, but we've not had a whole-of-nation approach. We need to synergize and ensure that all elements of counter-terrorism, of anti-terrorism within the country are on one grid. They're synergized, they're effective, and it's a whole-of-government approach. It is not only, if you're looking at Viksit Bharat, we should also look at Surakshit Bharat. And in Surakshit Bharat, we got definite and defined threats, and terror is a major threat in that. Terror actually takes a lot of our energy, resource, and money also, and time also. So we need a policy which is all-encompassing, which takes into account the not only the security domain, also the legal domain, the intelligence grade, NAT grade, as you spoke about, and we have to look at anti-terror operations also in the information domain. Right. If you look at it, we've done well. Why I say that is post 2016 surgical strikes. We have not had a terror strike outside of J&K, except for now we had the Red Fort attack on 10th of November, which kind of directly into Pakistan. So thereafter we had the Jabba Top strike, which we wrongly call it Balakot, because Balakot is particular Jabba Top. And then after Pahalgam we had Op Sindhu. So on the western front, we know that Pakistan will sponsor terrorism. It is a proxy war. Beating India with foreign cuts is a policy. And to counter that, we need one policy which is proactive, which is punitive, and which is preemptive.
Okay.
So that has to be the three pillars of our anti-terror policy.
Absolutely. Mr.
Proactive, preventive, and punitive.
Okay, Mr. Azad, why do you think the government is thinking of a new terror policy? We have terror laws, but the government is thinking of policies. So my again question remains the same, that are we thinking of sort of a doctrine? And secondly, when we talk about new policy on terrorism, are we redefining our deterrence thresholds, sir? Mr. Azad.
Well, I don't think there is much to speak by way of a new counter-terror strategy. What is a anti-terror strategy in a way? It comprises institutions, it comprises laws, it comprises social cohesion, and it comprises an integrated response. You have the toughest law, that is the UAPA. You have NIA, which has the jurisdiction to work abroad. You have the best of institutions. Where you are weak is your prison and justice system. Where you are weak is witness protection. Where you are weak is prevention. These are the areas you have to focus into, but you have to define a new anti-terror strategy. These are good, these are very good phrases and very sexy talk. But actually, and the other thing which I'll tell you, Kartike, we need not be so loud talking about our anti-terror strategy on every public platform, talking to the audience and the masses and energizing them and making them. No.
I'll rephrase the question. Why is government thinking of a new terror policy? Because this is not something which I have picked up in our editorial meeting. It's a published news report, and the government is thinking about it. You have served both in intelligence as an officer in Madhya Pradesh. I mean to say, various layers of security. That is why I'm asking you. You were also in charge of the Indian security team, in charge of the security of the Indian cricket team in Pakistan. So my question is poised from a different vantage. Do we need one? Why do we need one? And why is government thinking about it? Has something changed during Operation Sindhu? These are my curiosities.
I'll tell you, the first thing, if you're talking about a kind of a response which we gave in Operation Sindoor, yes, it was an excellent response, I agree. But has it created that kind of deterrence for Pakistan? We are yet to know. There have been, if you think that there will be no more attacks, no. General is right. He said that we have to be prepared because the Pakistanis will always do it. So that's why a kind of an institution building, a kind of creating a firewall around us, strengthening the cyber security systems, strengthening the border capabilities. These are the things which we need. but we are weak at certain points. We also have to do something about our internal cohesion. For example, I feel that in Kashmir you have to give the government in the reins of the chief minister completely. So when you're talking about a counter-terror strategy, it has to be wholesome and it has to be absolutely comprehensive. There are many points which I can go on to, which I'll do as per the discussion goes on.
Take opening comment from Dr. Mishra. Sir, to you.
It's not only after of Sindoor, that is 22nd April, what has happened, but you see the scenario in Bangladesh. You see the digital radicalization which is taking place after Red Fort attack, and the way Dr. Sahin and Dr. Umar, they were having connection not only to Pakistan, they were having connection to Turkey and other places. Kartika, you were just speaking about the US 2018 and UK 2023 and Australia 2025. They are how they have made their the country to face the anti-terrorism and the terrorists, those who are operating in that country. But then our UAPA, of course, it's of 1967, amended in 2019, but yet looking into this digital radicalization and also the proxy war of Pakistan, just now some speakers, they were telling they will continue to do it. There will be no end to this from Pakistan. And I will tell you about the border. You see, the Khalistanis are coming, the Rohingyas are coming, Jaish Mohammed is coming, Jamaats are coming, Lashkar-e-Toiba is coming, Hizbul Mujahid is coming, who are not there in India. You see, that it's not, Kartika, you just spoke about Nepal border. You are forgetting about Bangladesh border, Yemeni Pakistan, what it has been made. And we are having so many gaps. We don't have fencing 100% in the West Bengal and also in the Meghalaya. And mostly the Jamaatis and AQIS and ISIS, they are penetrating to our country and looking into all these aspects. And globally, you find 10 countries which are really affected by terrorism. India is one of that. And global terrorism, if we see that every country, they know that India is number one, which is facing terrorism for last so many years, and nobody was bothered about that.
Absolutely.
But you see, funding, Kartika, I will also tell about the funding, how the funding used to come. So we have to look into all these cases.
I'll come to that. Come to that. General Bhatia, for example, Indian Army so successfully has run Operation Sadbhavna. I, as a field reporter, reported in 2002, 2003. But de-radicalization has been a big challenge for us. And I want you to speak on the complexities of various types of terrorism. What you can call a terror attack in Northeast may not be compared with what's happening in Kashmir. India also faced LTT terrorism, and it had to be dealt differently when IPKF had to be sent. So I want you to address the issue of the complexity when we use the word terrorism.
See, when you use the word terrorism, it is also winning the hearts and minds of the people, and that's what Sadbhavna does to an extent. But that does not, Sadbhavna is the only answer. It has to be, iron fist and velvet glove. So you got to take action which is visible. There has to be punitive actions, and there have to be intelligence-based operations. You cannot be punishing the people who are the silent majority. And if you look at Kashmir, let me first say Northeast. Northeast today, the violence is subcritical. If you look at other than Manipur, of course, which is a different ballgame altogether, as far as terror is concerned, it's subcritical, very an odd case and all. If you look at J&K, which is a problem because of it is supported by Pakistan, sponsored by Pakistan, populated by Pakistan. If you look at the figures, I've got the figures post 2019, 5th August, the violence levels have really come down. In 2020, there were only 321 incidents in which 33 civilians were killed and 232 terrorists were killed, neutralized. And in 2024, it is 127. And 2025, it is 63 incidents, 28 civilians which are Pahalgam, 28 terrorists neutralized, only 9 security force personnel killed, made the supreme sacrifice. So you see, it's coming down. And why it's coming down is we have a good mix in J&K. We've got the UHQ, which is the headquarters, with the police, with the army, and all elements of security. and also information. Information is very important. What is the oxygen for terrorism? Oxygen for terrorism is the media. No, we played so much. Let's take the recent attack in Red Fort. It was covered by all channels 24/7 for 3 to 4 days. So that is where terrorism actually grows, because what is terrorism? When you scare the people, when you scare the public, and that is where I think the anti-terror policy is required. There has to be synergy between judiciary, between the security forces, between hard power, between soft power, between the state, between the media. So all these have to come together, and mainly intelligence. Intelligence has to be one grid. It's not need to know basis. There are times when intelligence is not shared. It is the new policy says it is not need to know anymore. It is duty to share. That's the difference between the two.